Alright guys, so it seems like people just can't get enough of videos on how to beat the Nelson bot, supposedly rated around 1300. So what I'm going to do this time, I've already done 3 videos I think already on Nelson. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to just see how many games I can play against Nelson in 30 minutes and using a different opening each time. And I don't want next bot. Let's go new game. Select Nelson, not Emir. Okay, we're going to go random, going to alternate colours, and let's see how far we can go. Okay, with white. And the way to do it, Vienna. Knight c3. If he fires out his queen, you play knight f3, his queen's going to have to retreat somewhere, and you're already well up. So d4, discovered attack on the queen, and she is in a world of pain already. Okay, that's why you don't bring your queen out so early. Okay, what next? We'll try and exchange queens. Okay, now I have this huge centre. I'm all over Nelson. Okay, if bishop takes, I'll recapture. Okay, he's not gone for that. Let's bring out the bishop because this knight's attacking that. Okay, this is fine. All right. I'll just drop back, keep my control over the centre, protect this pawn. Okay, it's now on a castle. Yeah, this way, if he recaptures with the pawn, he's got isolated pawn there. Okay, I'm going to castle kingside. Could have also grabbed that pawn. Hey, thank you very much, Nelson. That's really kind of you. See, he blunders. Nelson does blunder. The way to beat this guy is not to blunder first. Simple as that. Alright, so I've got ideas. I could go after this pawn, I could go after the rook from there. Let's go after the pawn. His pawns are dreadful now. Okay, that's fine, I'll take that. See, blundering. Nelson's speciality. Okay, here's another piece undefended. Come back here, and life is good. So I'm up a minor piece and 4 pawns, I think, right now. Okay, I think it's time to. Well, what we need to do is we need to centralize the rooks. Centralizing the rooks is the cherry on the cake of development. This is fine. I'm just centralized there. If he wants to swap off, that's fine by me because I'm already up, and that comes with check. Okay. His pawn's in the way of my bishop, so I'm going to move my knight, move that, and get my bishop there. Okay, I'll swap off. Very happy swapping off. No troubles. Okay, so I'm going to improve this bishop, finish a nice light square pawn chain. That knight's going nowhere now. Okay, let's bring the knight closer. Throw in a check. Okay, this is a fork on the king and the pawn, so I can grab myself another pawn, and there's a lovely outpost there for my knight. Look at that. Yeah, if you want to swap off, that's fine. All day long, bruv, all day long. Okay. Alright, so that bishop's protected by the pawn. I can just sweep up another pawn. Just got to be careful about not getting back ranked, but I think we're okay. And go there. We can always go here. I'm going to lift that. Yeah, let's just push these pawns up. Watch out for the back rank, Hunty. Check there. Okay. Defend the rook, and I just need to either move my king sideways or get myself an escape square. I can go here now. Suit yourself. Your funeral. And he's moved his king the wrong way. So it's all going to be over very shortly. There's no stalemate threat there. Let's throw in a check here. I'm going to bring my pawns up. In fact, let's just do it the simple way. Bunch of pre-moves. He's got plenty of board to move around on. Okay, so now we have a queen. Check there, and that's mate. Brilliant. Okay, how do we do a rematch? New game. Do Nelson again. Choose, and I'll go black this time. So how long was that? Less than 5 minutes. This is good. Okay, we've got e4. Okay, I'm going to play the Caro-Kann for no particular reason. Queen has come out. That's no problem. So that's a fork on the queen and the pawn. Come back out to there. Okay. This is fine. Pawn takes, pawn takes. Yep. Defended by the knight and the queen. Let's put the knight there. If he takes, I'll recapture. Okay, let's kick the bishop. Recapture. So now I've got the central pawn majority as well, which is cool. I want to get my bishop out, so let's bring it here or here, 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 because there it would be taken, and that would be done. Okay, this pawn's actually undefended, so I'm going to always move forward. So I'm thinking queen, yeah, queen here, looks fine. I do expect a blunder at some point in this rush. We've got bishop here now. I'm just going to drop the queen back, and I've still got this with a pin on the queen. The queen now cannot move because the king's behind it, and he's lost his queen. That was silly. He will do this. I'm just going to improve that bishop, then I'm going to castle, and then go and try and finish him off. That's undefended. Okay, looking at my rook. Here. Line it up with the king. This pawn's still hanging. I'll grab it. This pawn is now hanging. I will grab that with the queen or the bishop. Queen. Then he can't attack me there. What's he done there? Nothing. He's just moved something. Alright. Come on then, Mr. Nelson. What else have you got? Okay, what's undefended right now? We've got a couple of knights there. Could push the pawn up, not really. Okay, let's move the rook to here. I think this is better. Now, the obvious pawn break is now with the c pawn. I can't really do it yet. Let's bring the knight round to reinforce. Okay. Can go here. Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna sack the queen. No point sacking the queen, is there really? But I will lose my bishop. Let's give him a chance, come on. Okay, and save the bish. Come on, bish, come here. And go there. Oh, that was. I told you I was going to blunder. Alright, and now there's 3 attackers on there now. I'm only slightly up in material too. Wow. I can now push the pawn. Yeah, I can. Takes, I recapture. And you're gonna... you see? He's messed up. Should have recaptured there. Hasn't. And I think... So I can't go there. I can't capture that knight. Right, I'm just going to retreat. Plenty of time now. We're back in front. Yeah, happy to swap. When you're up in material, always good to swap. And now I've got the only rook on the board. Okay. It's not really an attack, but it means you can't move knights too much. Going here and then attack one of these. Okay. Now he's got to do that, yep. He's defended that pawn, but he's not defended that one. come in, bring the knight towards the king is the rule. You can't attack from the other side of the board when it can only do that shape movement. Alright, let's check him. Time to start using my better pawns now. That won't work. What else is loose? I have to improve my knight. Bring the knight round. I'm not scared of that king. I can go here. Pin the knight. Okay, let's drop back. I think my pawns can do some damage now. So if I push, can he take that? Yeah, he can, but no reason to let him. I've stopped being generous now. Okay, I'm going to go here. He has got this, alright. Now push pawns. Time to bust open. Okay. And can't take that. Let's go. Again, knight towards the king. He's already spent a lot of moves moving his king around. I think this looks fine. Could have even pushed the pawn actually. Where it's extra defended. Check. And I'm going to win a knight. Well, I'm going to exchange knights, so this is now very good for me. Very good indeed. Put my rook behind my pawn and keep it simple, stupid. KISS principle. This means he's 3 jumps away from attacking my rook, at the very least. Okay. I'm going to win the knight. And I'm going to have the only rook on the board. Okay. Oh, he's got fancy. Alright, I'm going to come in here and try and grab that knight then. You're going to take the pawn? No, you're not. Okay. It's, what's the way to do this? Rook here, then promote. He's got to take, yeah. And now, rook on the e-file means that the king is quarantined on the wrong side of the board. So now I'm going to squeeze up with my king. Hopefully he can't get near me. I can play this now because he can't go... Oh, he can go here. That's fine anyway. We've got him. Okay, so now he's contained on those 2 files, so now I can just come up and gobble up pawns quite merrily. There's nothing you can do about it. And now I'm going to come up here. So all pre-moves. What do you mean pre-move a stalemate? No call for that kind of behaviour. Okay, he's got to go on the back rank now. Okay, and now he has got F1. And now he's got E1 only. And now he's going to suffer. There, and then queen to here is mate. Excellent. Good stuff. Okay, how do we do a rematch? Is there a way to rematch straight away? Can't see it. Okay, we'll just choose Nelson again, and this time we're going white. Okay, right, I've done one on the London system. I'm going to do King's Indian. Okay, push that pawn to prevent this. Okay, we're coming up to 15 minutes of our Nelson marathon. Okay, let's grab. Okay. Not keen on recapturing some of the time, is he, this fella? Okay, I'm not worried about this queen. If I go there, I could end up with triple pawns. That'd be kind of ugly, wouldn't it? Okay. So he did overwhelm me on there. However, I'd be very happy with a trade of queens. He does trade queens very willingly as well. That's another thing you need to think about. Yes. Play b4, kick the bishop, get space. Bishop b2, looking at this undefended pawn, and a rook behind it. Okay. I'd like now to hit that with a knight. There's also a semi-open file. Let's stick a rook on there and see what we can come up with. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. No, I'm not. That would be poor, wouldn't it? Huh. What should I do? Go here? I don't know. I'm going to drop it back. I'm confused. Okay, how's material? Equal. Both castled. Equal material. He has the bishop pair. So do I. And my bishop's hiding here. Okay, why don't I move this knight? Now I've got two attackers on... Hello. No, I don't want to swap off. I don't want to allow you in. That's the problem, isn't it? That's the biggie. Okay. Defend with the bishop. If he takes the bishop, pawn recaptures. King's kind of safe now, little fortress there. And now it's time for the knight to get in close. Alright, and that's check. It's defended by the bishop. And now, discovered attack. Discovered check. See? So I move that. The king's in check from the bishop. And now I win the exchange, which is splendid. Okay, attack the undefended bishop. Notice this pawn is undefended, so I'm going to just move my king to g2. And I'm happy to swap off. That means that I've got the only rook on the board. Okay, I want to get rid of this bishop here so that I can capture this pawn. So if I get a5, the bishop has to move away from the defense of the pawn. Okay, it offers itself up as a ritual sacrifice. Suits me, Nelson. Thank you very much indeed. He's not that scary a bot. You just have to be able to handle his wayward queen antics at the start of the game. That's all it's about. Now I've got two pawns here. Now if he takes, I can undouble. Let's undouble. And okay, dropped a pawn. Hey ho. Attack the bishop. Now I'm going to try and just keep everything on dark square so that this bishop can't do anything. He says putting a pawn on a light square. Oh! And of course my rook's on a light square. Never mind. Alright. So now, okay, Operation Dark Square. Let's move the bishop back there. Okay, do I want to take? Takes. Yeah, it gives him an isolated pawn. I think pushing would be a good idea right now. The king can't go here. How's he going to prevent... Nelson! What is with you today? He's playing worse than me. And I'm playing badly today. Okay. I'm just going to convert this pawn, I think. Let's do another game as black. There, king can't come with either of these, he's got to go back and here, and then I'll go there, and then I'll go there. He's got pawns that can move. There we go. Alright, next game, new game, Nelson as black. Alrighty. How are we doing? Coming up 20 minutes. Might even get 2 more in. Vant Kreuz, E3. Let's go reverse London. Now knight to here defends the pawn and attacks the queen. And knight to here attacks the queen again. Nelson, you never learn. Leave the stupid queen at home. You Wally? What are you doing? Develop. Trade. Capture. Capture again. Isolated pawn. Castle. Prepare a possible discovery. Okay, I've got a discovery against the queen, but this knight can't actually do anything funky. So let's just push the pawn and see if anything moves into range, like a rook. I can grab with the queen, can't I suppose? Okay, we swapped off queens, because Nelson loves not having a queen. Get out of the way and counter-attack at the same time. And now what do? We centralise our rooks. And we centralise that one that's being attacked. Alright, I've now got 2 pawns threatened. So... And if he takes this one, it comes with an attack on my rook. So I think I'm going to come here. Alright. And now I can push this one and attack the knight and get rid. So he had an opportunity and he blew it. In true Nelson style. You don't scare me, Nelson. Undefended pawn. Let's push a rook. Okay, swap off. That's interesting. Okay, I thought the pawn would recapture, but hey. And that's a free pawn. Now what are you going to do? Okay, let's check the king. King has to go into there now. Alright, now ideas of... There's no real back rank thing. I'm going to put the pawns around my king I'm going to put on light squares to protect the king from this marauding bishop. That pawn's protected. Need to be slightly careful. Okay, and I'm just, again, my other pawns that are running away, I want to keep them on dark squares. Also to... okay, he's probably going to play g3. No, he's not. He's going to blunder a pawn. Just checking now. Okay, dark square. We learnt this in the last game, didn't we? It's a good idea to keep your pieces on the opposite colour from the bishop that your opponent has. It's an even better idea. Well, it's an even better thing if you actually remember to do it. So ideas are fine, but execution is better. Okay. Now I've got 3 on 1 pawn majority up here, so it should be a walk in the park. Now to convert something. King up. King up again. Oh. If he's going to delete my pawns, I'm going to delete his. Delete, delete. Okay, now rooks that can now help this guy come up there. Well, I don't know. What's the point in that, mate? What's the point in that, Nelson? Yeah. No, it's kind of tying my king to here, so let's chase the bishop off. Move the pawn onto a dark square. Oh! And hang another one at the same time. Alright. Alright, Nelson. What have you got, mate? What are you doing, Nelson? Yeah, let's push this pawn up. And now I can just simply grab the bishop and there's nothing he can do. Not on your Nelly, mate. So he's got one square. I can go here. And king here, he's still got this, hasn't he? So king there. A4, queen b4, mate. Okay, what colour is that? That was black. Let's do it again. Let's see if we can get two more in. Nelson as white. Go. What else do we play? Let's go for the Scotch. Okay. Knight to f3. If knight to c6. Oh no, of course, it's not going to be the Scotch. It's going to be throwing your queen out into the board like a nutter. Okay, now I like this move. Hits the queen, also attacks c7. Ah. You got wise to my plan. Alright, let's develop the bishop and prepare to castle. Preparing to castle, sir. Castling any second now. Is my bishop going to get trapped there? Nah. I've always got a3. Hidey hole. Castles. Okay, let's release the dark square. You will realise the true power of the dark squared bishop. Okay. So he's a little behind in development, isn't he? Bishop's protected by the knight currently. That's alright. This knight's doing nothing, so I'm going to re-maneuver this guy round. Swinging around to this side of the board. Okay, this is fine. If bishop takes, I'm going to recapture with my pawn and release. Okay, I'm going to take your bishop. So now he has to capture outwards. Much better if your pawns are defending towards the centre, so that if there is an exchange. Okay, so this is now threatening to trap my bishop, so I need to create my hidey hole. This was another option. Oh yeah, actually. Ooh. Nelson, what have you done? I undefended a thing and you saw it. You clever bugger. Okay, let's attack the queen again. I'm kind of undoing what I did with my knight, but hey. Let's centralise a rook. You can see the kind of a theme here. Actually, I'm just slightly concerned about this. This pawn pushing, capturing my knight. It's defended by the queen. And look at my big light square bishop. It looks stupid there. All right, let's bring this knight back around. Okay, so now, if bishop takes knight, I can't recapture because of that. So I'm going to put my knight here, just in front of my king. Bit of extra security. I mean, like a bit of security. Oh no, it appears that I've blundered a piece. Now I'm a piece down. Now I've got to knuckle down and play properly and try and beat this clown. Okay, alright, serious chess now. What's undefended? That isn't defended by the queen currently. So how can I go after this bishop? How can I check and go after this bishop? Not easily. In my favour, my king is very safe in there. I'm going to try and block off this pawn. I think that's a good idea. Let's go here. Seems alright. Just playing too quick, really. Yeah, now he's got it in. He's got that move in. Didn't want that. We don't like that. Okay, centralise the rooks. Okay. Two attackers. Two defenders. Not the odds are not in my favour. So if I go here and pawn pushes and I take, how's that then? I'm going to move my knight just back there so that if the pawn pushes then I can push there, and I'm just going to kick Her Royal Highness away, sorry, Her Majesty, to give her her proper title. Okay, 1, 2 attackers on there, 1, 2 defenders. This knight's now looking stupid, isn't it? So I've moved it to a ridiculous place. Okay, this line, hang on. Where's the king? King's there. There's an under-defended knight now. Defended only by the queen. Okay. And now I've only got one attacker on there. Okay, let's do something sensible with this knight. Move here. There is an undefended pawn. If he wants to swap off rooks, he can do. Okay, is he after this pawn then? Is that the idea? Nothing I can do about it. I might as well grab a pawn myself. Okay. Now, options. We could swap off rooks. I could end up with a knight there. How do we feel about that? Right, I'm down a bishop for a pawn. So there is also a hanging pawn here, but I have a hanging pawn there. If I push this, it's a bit more defended. But then he's got two attackers against this pawn. So I think grab the central pawn. Okay. Huh. Now, if I had a nice piece on here, I'd have a royal fork on king and queen, but I don't, so I can't. Okay, what's your plan? How can I get rid of that pawn? Could I play this? Like put a pawn there? No, because I'm going to blunder a rook, aren't I? That was a silly move. This is unusual. Nelson's having a think. Hang on. Oh, I didn't move it. Yeah, I did. I just grabbed that pawn. Now it's his go, and he ought to capture here because I can't recapture. Oh no, he's all right. Okay, so he's just moved rook a to d. Oh, fine. Whew. Okay, I'm going to swap that off. And okay, he's recaptured with the knight. That's fine. Now I'm going to try this trick. Oh, I've blundered my knight and my queen. Oh no. That's what you get for moving too quick. Okay, I might have blown this one, guys, I'm afraid. Sorry to say. Okay, we're now getting pieces onto dark squares to minimize the impact of this bishop. Okay, ooh, I don't like that. No, I'm going to lose this one. He's going to have me. Yeah, and now he's got my rook. Unless we have a draw by repetition. Okay. Okay, I can take the bishop, which is defending the knight, but then the queen recaptures. It's still defending the knight. How are we with material? Well behind. Well behind. Okay, that was just silliness really on my part, wasn't it? Just got overexcited. Never get overexcited. Okay, I think we can probably safely resign this one, and let's rematch now. Okay, let's have one as black. One final game. I know we're just over the half hour. Squeeze in one more if you're interested, and I'm going to go Scandinavian. And he brings out his queen, of course he does. Okay, queen takes. No? Okay. Well, there you go. Defends the pawn, hits the queen. Same old pattern. And now what we need to do is focus, boys and girls. So knight couldn't take the queen because it was pinned. But this is good now. That pawn's now double defended. This is looking fine and dandy. So now, yeah. Oh, he's looking at this, isn't he? Right, I best remove that knight off the board. Okay, so he's attacking this pawn. So I'm going to push that pawn. Oh, he's got me in check as well. Oh, you devil. Okay, it's do I want to block with the knight? Not really want to block with the knight. See, this is what he's good at. He is good at spotting these like queen forks and stuff like that. Okay, so he's swapped off the queens instead of grabbing a pawn. I'm actually still a pawn up. I'll undouble my pawns, isolate his. No, I won't. I'll just keep eating pawns. That's fine. Suits me down to the ground. Okay. Now. Okay, what's undefended? That. So I'm just going to slide my bishop there. And if he gets greedy and eats a pawn, what are we? 3 up? I'll take a knight. I don't mind. I'm not proud. So if I go here now, pawn takes, rook takes, it's all good. Rook takes. If he wants to swap off, that's fine. He loves to swap, doesn't he? Now comes a check. Let's attack this pawn here. Okay, you can defend. Yeah. Oh, it's attacking this one, so I'm just going to move that. Look at me being all sensible and not blundering pieces willingly. There's another undefended pawn there, and that one's still undefended. But it's Nelson, so he doesn't grab everything, but we do, because we are evil. Okay, you can attack my rook. He's not the subtlest of players, this guy. Okay, I'll attack the bishop. Alright. Actually, that wasn't the smartest, because he could have grabbed the pawn, I take bishop, he takes knight anyway, so... okay, I'll put my rook here, where it's defending both of these pawns. That's not an issue. Okay, and grab a pawn with chair. No. See what I did there? I didn't blunder. That's okay. I'll just clear the board. I think we should be fine here. Move across, attack this pawn. Okay, defending. Okay, now not that. Knight here. To come here where it's protected by a pawn with. Okay. So I didn't get that one in. Okay, counter-attack the bishop. Might lose the pawn. What's he doing? Okay, let's protect my pieces. Protecting pieces is good. This is something we like. I'm going to put my king here to give my knight this. Oh! What did we just say about protecting pieces? Now my pawn's going to die. Or it would do if Nelson knew what he was doing. Okay, come on. Push. Put potential discovery here. Okay, yeah, he's got that. He's got that. But I can now go here. He's got this, yeah. And then I go there. Alright, okay, he's moved out of the way. Let's grab a pawn. Very hard to checkmate somebody with a bishop and a rook, but it depends. If you keep blundering pieces, you never know, there's always a chance. Go there, don't want discoveries. Because you see, if I'd gone the other way, you know, when he goes here, if I'd have gone here, he might have been able to win my... Well, he could certainly win a pawn, but not the rook in that case. Okay, so what's he done? He's moved his bishop for some reason known only to himself, and now Harry the H-pawn is going on a little journey. I'm going to try and grab this on my travels. Okay. Come on, we've got to finish with a win, haven't we? Got to finish with a win. Okay. Now if I push there and he plays rook h1, I come here, he just grabs the pawn. So I'm just going to sweep up. I think what I need to do is use my pawns together. So let's use these ones that he has no interest, it appears, in trying to capture. Okay, I'll go on to a light squared. Okay, and I'm thinking now. Oh no, I can't go. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, I said I was thinking, but clearly I wasn't. Okay, I'm going to push this pawn now. It's defended. Blocks off his bishop's ideas, and is he going to checkmate me? Yes, rook there is mate, and I don't think there's a thing I can do about it. Don't think there is. Just hope he misses it. There we go. Okay, 2 ways of checkmate. Well done, Nelson. Well done. So clearly I was rushing a little bit. Some of these games will show you how to beat Nelson using different openings, and some of them will show you how not to play chess at all. Hope it's been instructive for you. It's been quite good fun for me. Thanks for watching. See you later.